What's up, vlog and or YouTube? Just going back to finally get this thing rolling, posting what I've kind of accumulated on as far as like daily vlogs, going back and look at some of that stuff. Sorry, I'm so close. Let me back away. But sound quality, I'm using my phone. It's a 6S. My gear is back at school, and I just ordered some new toys to help out with that. So that should be interesting. So trying to not have excuses to buy a whole bunch of fancy stuff and still being authentic. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Just kind of highlighting what I've been majority going through with the podcast and how I'm a third-year physical therapy student, and just beginning to start out on my last rotation, which is starts in February of 2018 at U of L Hospital. So the videos that you see here and the previous couple, this will probably be vlog number 4. Ultimately looking to post them by day as I get more efficient with it. But so far, these are just compiled videos of what I've been doing. So this one was only a couple of weeks ago, the 4th one. So you can find them on YouTube. Hopefully they'll link it to my website. Still figuring out Google Analytics and everything. It's a lot to do, but it's fun.
What's up, everybody? Internet was out earlier today, so that was devastating. So I had to stop all life. Just kidding, I read a book. Now, last night I had a meeting with the golf SIG group for the APTA. Joined that last year. We've kind of been stumbling the last year as far as our vision and where we want to go from there. A bunch of cool guys, so I feel like last night we made headway. Worked on getting an Instagram account and spreading awareness through there, as well as assistive devices for people who would potentially need them in order to return to golf. Mixing physical therapy and a whole bunch of other different things going on with that. So that was last night. Then today's the last day of our elective, and then tomorrow we start seminar, and everybody in our class comes back to campus to check in before the last clinical rotation. So, yep. And podcast went live with Danny Matei on Tuesday, still doing only one post a week, while simultaneously we're making my way through Greg Todd's Smart Success PT to just soak up everything that's going on there. So a lot going on and staying busy, loving it all at the same time. And off to class. I got to get a parking pass because first, second, and third years will all be in the building for the next 2 weeks at the same time, or roughly 2 weeks at the same time. So, and it's cold, so you know. Morning. Today is the 19th. Yesterday was our first day back at class. Went over some board prep. Got our board prep materials from the NPTE and then Score Builders as well. We have a weekend course for our class that goes through study plans, how to prep, things like that. This morning I have a podcast interview with one of our faculty members who kind of nurses us through this process, sets it up, facilitates it, tells us what we need to do prior to taking the boards, all the things you have to do leading up to it to get your seat, things like that. I'm going to talk to her a little bit, and then after that we have a career fair. And then from 1 to 5 we have class with mock interviews from employers in the area that come in and kind of facilitate it in a group thing. So that should be interesting. And then we have a welcome ceremony tonight from 5:30 to 8 with wine. So did a workout this morning and getting ready to head over to the building for the interview. So see ya. Just got back from the career fair and the interview. Went well this morning. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of valuable things I think that will be worth sharing, especially if you're getting ready to take the boards or in the next couple of years you will be doing so. So stuff if it will comfort you if you're somebody who freaks out. If not, it's still beneficial. Helps me just talking to her outside of what she said to our class. This afternoon the career fair was fine. It was good mingling opportunities. Um, I always need practice with that. Doesn't hurt. But this afternoon we have um, paperwork and things like that for licenses and core values, and then as well as mock interviews. So I think we have a handful of local employers that come into the class, and our physical therapy class is divided up into sections, and they kind of rotate around, and it's kind of like a group interview, obviously. But we'll see how that goes. It should be entertaining. I'm curious to see what else going to be asked. I know the employers will also share things that they would ask an employee or a future employee who they're interviewing. So it'll be good to hear those things, and always good to see what their perspective is, especially with what you're going to go into. So I'll let you know. I meant to take a video of what the career fair vibe was, but it was pretty good. Good that I think first years and third years were there, but the second years were in class. So I think they're getting there now, which was nice to have a little bit more space to move around. But it wasn't crowded, but it was just nice, easier to go up and start conversations. And then after class and the paperwork and all those things that I mentioned, we have a welcome back ceremony that's I think from 5:30 to 8, just for our class. Everybody's back on campus after their first 3 rotations, and then we have one more after this kind of 2-week break to cover board prep, things like that. So our last rotation started on February 4th. So and that's right after our class today, so that should be fun. I will try to get some video of some stuff just so you can catch a vibe if you feel me. See ya. Don't ever look like that again. We just had a wonderful meeting with her code name is Dingleberry, but for our AMPT project this morning, we presented this Friday, so wrapping that up. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel good about it.
That's all I have to say.
I feel good about it.
So we're going to work on that, a little podcasting, a little Instagram grind. We have our coffee. It's wonderful.
Pretty good. A double D.
Excuse me.
Dunkin' Donuts.
So yeah, we're gonna slave away. Another podcast goes live tomorrow. Chad Cook. What's up? Just did 2 interviews this morning. And first time in my life where I actually have to take a break from talking because I'm losing my voice, which is interesting. But they went well. I'm really excited. 2 cool people, Joe Rinaldi and Jasmine Marcus. Joe's actually a second year physical therapy school, and had a great experience I wanted to capture for my podcast, as well as Jasmine Marcus, who's been out for 2.5 years, I think, and is blogging, writing, and getting some great opportunities there as well. So talked to them both, got their perspective on things for the podcast, and as well as just to build relationships. So that's another great thing about this whole experience is the people I'm getting to know, what they're doing, and being able to collaborate with them moving forward. So that's really cool. Great conversations, even though I am losing my voice, which is all new to me. What else we got? 1:30, I'm talking to Casey and his colleague from PT Grind, and that's going to be cool. He's involved with a lot. Been following him for a little bit. Casey's the social media director for New Grad Physical Therapy as well, and has his own spin with his buddy PT Grind, helping people get into physical therapy school. And recently, I think just launched a course within the last couple months about a process to help people increase their odds of getting in. So I'm looking for him to elaborate that on the podcast here in about an hour. So it's a kind of a gloomy day here in the Ville. We play tonight. I forget who we play. I'll have to look. Tiger Woods made the cut. He has the double crosses, which me and my buddy elaborated on. Sounded exactly like our post-round conversations when we played college and golf. So I'll be watching those this afternoon, as well as editing for the show. So yeah, 2 days. Oh, I did my capstone presentation yesterday, and during the presentation I had to show the A-Ounce Virtual Museum, which me and a couple of my friends created as a capstone project, as well as cool video highlighting some of the interviews we did of the founding fellows of the Academy. Some of those include Mike Rogers, Ola Grimsby, Ken Olson. He wasn't a founder, but he was a past president. Stanley Paris, who was a founder. Cornelia Kulig, who was a past founder. Just an incredible experience being able to, run into Ken Olson, who's the president of IFOMT, and he knows you by your first name. So that's awesome. And then having beers with Stanley Paris really hit home. Gave me 2 great things of advice there. He told me to drink more and at least 10% in real estate. So everything he did with physical therapy, if those are his 2 points of advice, if those were the 2 points of advice he wished to emphasize in that moment, I'll try to have another cocktail here and there, but we'll see. Having a great day. Talk to you later. Just got done recording 3 podcasts in a row. I think I did a video before this one. Still finding the best way to do the vlog. Excuse me. But tip from Pat Flynn with the whole podcasting thing is to schedule your interviews back to back to back, or schedule all of them on one day. I don't know if I'd do back to back to back, just because I think I've mentioned previously is I almost lost my voice. But no, I was well. I did a little running this morning before the first interview with Joe, and then I was sitting since it's 3 o'clock now, and I was sitting since 9, so I'm going to go run a little bit more, stretch. Hips are kind of tightening up right now, so we're going to go open them up at the gym. And then it's kind of dreary, so far today. So we're going to do that and then come back, do some editing. Just used Zencastr for the last 3 episodes, looking at increasing my ability to efficiently produce episodes, but keeping quality at the same time. Talked to the guys. I talked to Joe Rinaldi, and then talked to Jasmine Marcus, and then I ended with talking to the guys from Pre-PT Grind, Joseph and Casey, and love what they're doing. They're the kind of people I want to be involved with, and who just have a passion for what they do, and they found a spot that drives them within the profession of physical therapy. So I think that's really beneficial. So they're going to be at Smart Success PT Live. They were involved in the course as well, and Joseph is a head physical therapist at one of Greg Todd's clinics down in Tampa. So really cool. Glad I met those guys. Looking forward to building that relationship and seeing how I can help them. But yeah, other than that, gonna go do a little running. Need to clean the room, washing the scrubs for my rotation. Rotation starts February 5th. My buddy who works he works part-time at U of L, said my CI is pretty cool. So looking forward to that experience, as well as the schedule from 7 to 3, clutch. And I referred to Tiger earlier today. He's spraying it everywhere. It's embarrassing, but at least he made the cut. What matters is that he feels better than he ever has. Are the glutes firing? We don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. See ya.